Excited to go down to Notre Dame, South Bend this weekend. It's probably, I think it's the 6th time I've been down there as a coach. 3 times, I think, well, 2 times in the 90s, and then once in 2007, and then 9 and 11. So, great atmosphere. Excited about it. I think our players are going to be excited as well. When you look at Notre Dame right off the bat, I think you see a very good football team. Obviously, you're very impressed with their personnel. You're also impressed with their coaching aspects, and we expect a great football game as we go down there. Also look at it as being which I said Sunday night, been a high-profile game for us. So it's probably the first one we played, one of many, again in the Big Ten Conference, so it'll be an opportunity to gain that experience as well. And as I said on Sunday, we're going to find out a little bit more who's who in terms of our football team and as we move forward. So for me personally, it's always been a big game, very big game. I think I've said this before. There are certain games that you sort of point at and say, well, what's your record versus these guys over a period of time as you move through it? And you may have to stop and count a little bit, but if you've been in them long enough. But you get a sense of, okay, hey, we've done this many times. And as I said, I think we're 3-2 down at Notre Dame, in terms of when I've been down there. So we've won down there, but not won the last 2 times, so it's going to be challenging for us. But I think it's one of those games where you take stock, and after your career is all over, you look back and you say, this is what happened there. Because it is a game for a guy who grew up in the Midwest that you recognize, Notre Dame, you recognize Michigan State, and you sort of grow up with that, with a lot of the traditions maybe that were involved before you got here. So, I remember when, I'm just going to start calling them U of M. Okay, I remember when U of M would only play Michigan State, from what I read, at their place. They would never play them here. And that never did happen until Notre Dame started playing us home and away, and we basically said we're not going to play them anymore. That's from what I understand. But, so I think there's an affinity for Notre Dame on the part of the Michigan State people, and maybe there is or maybe there isn't from the Notre Dame people, but it's always been a great experience when I went down there. But I think a lot of it's because we have so many Spartans down there, though, as well.